Hi everybody, hello, and welcome back again. We're still making, and likely to be so, making ephemera from the Edith Holden. Let me just get it in case you're new here. This is the book, The Country Diary of an Edwardian Lady, by a lady called Edith Holden. It is full of beautiful illustrations. Oh, look at that, I opened it right on the blue tits. I love them. And absolutely gorgeous font. The font is in brown, but the paper, because this book's probably, 40 years old, say something like that, the paper's begun to yellow around the outside and it's just gorgeous. I love it. Some that you get are slightly darker. All the pages are darker and I like them as well. I just like the book. I mean, look at these illustrations. Look at that. Like that. So I decided that I would take the entire book, and there's a lot of it. So far I've taken 2 signatures out of it. Now somebody asked me on YouTube what is a signature, and it's a very timely reminder really that we aren't all old hands at this. Everybody has to start somewhere, and I do actually remember when I started wondering what on earth they were on about with signatures. What's a signature? But I explained it as best I could to the lady, but I hope she's watching, and I'll explain again. You just got your papers that you're going to make your journal out of. Let's say these ones here. So there's 3 sheets there. There could be 23 sheets there, more likely 10-ish, something like that. And you level them all out, and then you fold it in half, and that's the bit that gets sewn into your spine. So when that's in your spine, you've got all these pages to decorate or do, so you leave blank if you want. But this piece then is known as a signature. So what it really is just flat pieces of paper folded together and sewn into the spine along that edge, and that is your signature. And I so far have taken 2 signatures out of this book, and I don't know how many I've got to go. Jean asked me how many signatures. I don't know. A few, enough to keep us occupied. As I said I was going to do yesterday, I made my masterboard with my remnants that I had. Doesn't it look pretty? It's all this yellowing around the edges. That just it just adds another layer to it. And after I'd done that, these scraps here, and I will call them scraps because they're quite scrappy, that was all I had left. So out of all of the ephemera I've made, I used some of it to make the collage for the masterboard, and then I stuck these on here, and we'll see what's going to happen with them later on. So I'll put those to one side. Now this I actually put on thin card. Yeah, I'd say thin card. It's white, as you can see. So, but it has turned out thicker than the last collage I made. And I was thinking because of that, I was going to make a lot of pockets, but I think it's thicker than I'd want for pockets, but a nice weight for tags and journaling cards. So I think I'm going to make tags and journaling cards out of this. I got my Sizzix rectangles, which is what I was waiting for yesterday. I've still got 1 page left, this page. And I can't quite yet bring myself to use it. I will, I promise I will, but it's just so lovely. So it's still remaining from this signature that I was using. So I've got my rectangle dies. I've got a load of tag shaped dies. I think these are at least 2 separate sets, but they all cut out just the same. And then I've got these small dies. Now I would be using my chapter 3 if I knew where I'd put it. I've put all my 3 packs of chapter 3 dies somewhere. I've put them somewhere safe so I could instantly lay my hands on them. And yeah, guess what? I can't find them at all. So I thought the thing to do would be to use these smaller ones to cut out of there. So you could then attach it to the top of another tag like a dangle. I like to do that, so I don't know if you do too, but it's making good use of them anyway. So that's kind of what's going to happen to that. So that's it really. That's all you need to know. So what shall we do? To me, this is it's going that way. I've got much more text coming this way than any other way. So I haven't used these yet. I don't know what sort of edge they have. I don't even know what size they are. Let's get that out of there. Let's see what size that is. It is, well, actually the cutting edge is there. So let's see what that is. It's 3 3/4. That's a nice size for a journal card. What's it this way? 5 3/4. So 3 3/4 by 5 3/4. Yeah, it's okay. It's quite large though. But I'll do one like that and we'll have a look and see what it looks like. So I need to slice and dice my paper because I can't get all of this through my embossing die cut machine. So I'm just going to make a mark because I don't want to waste this now that I've taken great trouble not to waste any. I don't want to be wasteful with it now. Ooh, there goes my pencil lead. So I'll cut that out. I need the Jolly Green Giant. I think I'll just cut it all the way up and then we'll figure out what we can fit in. So there's my mark. Just put my light on. Sometimes helps. That's it. There we go. So I've still got this in its entirety. That's going to fall over if I leave it there. I've got so much stuff around me. It's madness, I tell you. Right, so it's time to introduce you to the newest member of the Paint-A-Lot Brigade. And here it is. It's a Gemini midi. Look how shiny it is. Yeah, it's not going to stay like that, is it? It's got suckers on its feet, so it shouldn't move too far. And it's fairly straightforward. It comes with this plate. That's the only plate that you get, hinged in the middle. And you literally put your, whatever it is you're cutting, in there, crank it through, and the job should be a good one. Yeah, I did use it once the night that I got it, because I bought it off Amazon as usual. I can't even see my mark on here. Let's have a look. Where could it be? Oh, it's there. It's there. So that, I don't really need the mark. I just wanted to get it the right way up. So let's just move this out the way till I'm ready for it. So you just put your paper in there. It all seems a little easy, doesn't it? And that's going there. Like that. Okay. I'm just going to use a bit of mint tape to hold that down because the go on, stick. The masterboard's a bit, it's got its own mind about where it wants to be. Just pop that bit there. Right. So that shouldn't move. We're okay as far as I can see. That bit doesn't want to stick, but and then you just fold it over and you run it through. That's the plan. See what happens, shall we? Oh, it's quite a big ridge for it, that first that first ridge. I don't want to break it, it's just new. When I do my how-to on die cutting, I'll explain to you about really why you shouldn't be pushing it over lumps like that. And the reason I wanted this midi is because it fits on my desk and I can have it close by and there's not any fussing with it, you know, it just hopefully just cuts what you want it to cut. Let's have a look and see. Look at that, one pass, perfect. I could be a salesman for these people. I like that. It doesn't leave any stitching or there's no, you know, chamfer or anything to the edge. It's just the rectangle, and that's great because I want to round off the edges. So that's brilliant. One of those. Let's see. I think we're going to have to waste these bits. I don't think there's much we can do with those. So let's see what I've got that can fit in there. Does that fit in the next rectangle down? It's tight. I'll take the next one to it, that one. And try that. Make sure you get your cutting side down. I'm going to do it over that side. Like that. Stick my mint tape on. Actually, with this one, that's where the die is going to be, but now I can show you what I mean. If you put it at an angle like that, then the rollers just come gradually over that big lump. But if you've got it like that, they hit that all at once and they've got to get over there. So if you've got the room on your plate, it's a good idea just to twist it like that, and it saves the rollers having to work quite so hard, and you of course. There we go. Let's give this a go. There we are. I mean, that's much easier. Sometimes it can jump it all together and you end up not being cut. I've got glue and stuff out there. I should have moved those things. They're just in my way, but I've started now, so... Oops. Oh, you can't see what I'm doing. There we are. So that's that one. That's a nice, useful size, isn't it? And very pretty, may I say. Now I've still got these here. So I'm going to keep those because I think I can get tags out of them. Not that bit though. What shall I do now? It's got very good suction now. I think I'll just make some tags. That's what I'm going to do. And I quite like the size this one is. Which way did I think looked better? That way, I think. Yeah. So yeah, I could get that. I don't want to put that any nearer there because there's just a thin piece of paper there. So I could get that out of there. And what else have I got? Sometimes you just need little tags, you know. Yeah, that one, I'm quite happy with that. So let's just make a mark and cut that off. And we'll get these. It is amazing when you're cutting large things how few you get out of such an enormous page like a masterboard. You'd think you'd get more. There we go. That's that one. So let's. So that's, which way did I have? I had that there, didn't I? That's right. So I'm just going to cut off above it, save me having to wind all that through. There we go. little bit of mint tape on there. That's torn, but it's near enough. And I'm going to use that for the next piece. So, come here, little midi. I'll put it on at an angle again, just to make it easier on my little midi. Lovely. Let's move that glue because it's getting on my wick. There we go. That can probably go in the bin. And there we have just an absolutely beautiful tag. It's just gorgeous, and it's quite robust, as I say, so that will work well for us, I think. There's not much I can do with that, not even me. So let's put this one, let's just turn it round, because I don't want them to get too buckled too quickly, my plates. Work out where the cutting is, it's there. I'm going to have to get a new bit of mint, I think, because it sliced through my last one. I could bring that over a bit and then I'd have that. This really is using every last piece, isn't it? Why not? Books cost enough. Let's pop this one through then. Have a look at that. I mean, if I was, look at the suction it's got. If I was doing this by myself, I wouldn't keep removing the midi, I'd just keep going, but I'm aware that wouldn't make the, the best video in the world. There we are. So there's that tag, that's nice. That could stand some nice stamping on it or something like that, couldn't it? Oh, that needs a back. Oh, well, don't worry, we'll do that when we... I didn't realise that these ones are like the fancy bit that goes on front. That's all right, we can get around that, no problem. That's going to be for my Tiny Timmy, I think. Those ones. So let's see what else we've got. I've got that one. I've got loads. I might try some smaller ones. That's probably going to be the biggest that I'm going to do. So let's slice that off there. Oh, that's quite narrow. Just make sure you get it straight, because sometimes masterboards, they can contort the base, the paper that you're sticking it onto, so what you think is straight sometimes isn't exactly straight. So, well, this one, wasn't it? Yeah, this one. Let's just chop that off there. And while we're at it, let's do this one. And have I got a little one that would fit in there? Yes. Yes, I have. Excellent. Just a bit of mint on each of these just to keep them in place. I did, after I'd made my masterboard, I did go over it with matte medium. I just find, you know, that helps. It consolidates everything. because it's easy when you make a collage to miss out a corner here, a corner there. So if you just put matte medium over it, everything is good. I'm just going to roll this back because it's easier for me, because I've got stuff at the back of it, so I don't think it needs 2 passes. It's just easier for me. Let's have a look at this. This has got some pressure, I can tell you, because it keeps cutting my mint tape, which none of my other cutters do. So there we go. Isn't that lovely? That's gorgeous, gorgeous. And this is just, it's now scrap. It's officially Edith, but scrap. So don't really ask me anything about this. I've got no idea how long the plates last. I've no idea anything about it really. It just so happened that it took kind of the next size of paper up from Timmy, and it's got a really small footprint, so I knew that I could store it local to me, you know, on the shelves next to me or whatever. Lovely little dinky one. And this one, that looks like it's kind of the next size up. I've got lots of torn mint there. Oh, that's really nice, isn't it? Because sometimes all you need is just a little bit of something. I'll keep this bit here, because I think I might be able to get something out of that, and I'll junk the rest. Right then, what now? Oh, probably, I wonder if I can just cut them that way. Let's have a look and see. What have I got? I've got that one. Where are my rectangles? Let's make some journaling cards. They are always useful. That is pretty much bang on. Let's set the next size up and see if I can fit it on or not. Yes, just. So let's go with that then. I'm going to make a pencil mark, because I don't cut straight. I'm going to trim this in the Timmy trimmer. There we go. So make sure you've got the blade part, the sharp part, well, it's not sharp, the rule side down, otherwise you won't be cutting anything. See if I can reuse some of this. Oh, it wants to lift up there. Let's stick. I'm outside my plate. There we go. That mint does not want to stick to this, so it's not really helping at all. That wasn't the machine, that's dies. I've sat it on top of some dies. It did sound like the machine was just breaking, didn't it? Don't even laugh. It's very easy to use, I can tell you. Very, very easy. In fact, the hardest thing is picking it up because it forms such a good attachment. So here we go. Let's see what we've got. Mint tape stuck to everything again. There we go. So that's definitely for the bin. Let's pick this green tape off. It must have some pressure because, like I say, my Big Shot or any other machine I've got does not, even the Tiny Timmy, doesn't stick this down or cut through it. So it must have quite a lot of pressure. So there we are, there's that one. That's probably up, isn't it, I think. So, excellent, let's move along. We haven't got that much left. I do like these big areas of cream because I think you can stamp on them, or you know, you can do all manner of things with them. Let's have a look at this one. So I could cut that there, then what space have I got at the top? Oh no. I don't think, I think it's going to have to be that one. Does it fit? It's quite close, but I think it fits. Shall I put a whole plate in and see what happens? Let's do that. Let's break the machine. Does that fit there? That'll fit there though. It's like a jigsaw, isn't it? Like a jigsaw, getting everything to fit, but it will. Got room probably for quite a largish one there. Not that one, no. Oh, hang on, might be. Might just fit. Oh, I think it's just marginally too big. So it's going to have to be this one again. That's all right. Still making good use of it, aren't we? So this is going to be a right bit of a bump when I get it going. I'm not going to stick my mint tape on because it doesn't seem to be helping any. I should have stuck my mint tape on. I should have stuck it on, save everything falling off. There we are, I think that's all right. Let's give that a go. See if I'm strong enough. Oh yeah, it wasn't that bad actually. I'm going to come back. Just conscious of the fact I've got 4 dies on there. Sometimes I don't like cutting a lot of dies together. I've got a sore thumb, that's why I can't lift it up properly. Usually better than this. Right, let's have a look then. What have we got? Perfect. Perfect. Ah, I didn't go down far enough. I'm going to have to just turn that round and just reseat that into there. I've turned to come back too soon. So it should be relatively easy to put them where they were. I think. Time will tell. Time will tell. That's definitely that bump there now, so I'm going back again. Let's have a look and see. Yeah, perfect. It's absolutely perfect. And this one, did that work? Yeah. Oh, isn't that cute? It's so nice. So, this bit I'm now going to call waste. And what have we got left? Well, we've got that. That's the end of our... Oh, and these 2 pieces. That's the end of our master board. So let's cut these up and just see what we can get out of them. Now for that, I just need teeny tiny Timmy. So we'll get him in on the act. I love my teeny tiny Timmy. I just love it. It's so useful. Right, so what am I going to get to go on there then? I've got this sort of long one. That's quite nice. That's quite nice there. And anything else? That's not going to fit on there. What about this one? Too long. What about this one? Oh, I can hear the rain on the window. And Catkin's out, so I might have to pause in a minute and get him in. He won't be best pleased. He can get in the back door, but not right in, just into the sort of outdoor back door. So what I'm saying is he's not going to be out in the rain, so don't worry about him. Yeah, that's nice. That would make a nice little band. Across anywhere. I like it. And this tiny little tag, which is cute. Take the bit out there. That's it. That's it. I mean, it's teeny tiny. Look at it. It's gorgeous. So what can we get on here then? This isn't very wide. Don't be stupid. That's not going to fit. I think I'm going to have to make a series of these. But determined not to waste any, really. Lovely. Next one down. So yes, as a comparison, I prefer my teeny tiny Timmy. It's small, it's compact, it does a really good job, but you know, it has its limits. If it's more than sort of 3 inches or whatever, then you can't use it. So I needed to up my real estate, which is why I went for the Crafter's Companion Gemini midi. And so far, what I've seen of it, I like it. Although I will say one of my worries is that the plate isn't going to last forever. But we'll see. Getting lots of these gorgeous little tags. Try and get some of that yellow flower on there. There we go. It's just patience. When you come to this point, it's patience, that's all. But we don't have to be crafting in a hurry, do we? So there we go. I think that's that piece officially spent. Oh, that is nice. So that can go in the bin. Now, just this piece. This is the one remaining piece from the masterboard. So what am I going to get in there? What excitement can I fit? Does that fit? Wow, that might fit, you know. So close. I'm going to give it a try. I'm just going to pick off that green tape. Let's have a look. Oh, I don't know, it's so tight. Let's just give it a go. Time will tell. And it is a scrap, made from scraps anyway, so let's not be too hard on ourselves. But you know what? It's blooming well worked. Look at that. Right, so let's just take a minute off while we have a look and see. Ooh, hey. Yeah, that's never going to be seen again. Well, we have a look and see what we got from the masterboard. So is that everything? I think so. those to one side. So we've got a big journaling card, and what I'm going to do with that is take the corners off it, just on my 1/4 inch one. Oh, sore thumb. Just makes it look nicer. So is that one. Let's see what else. This journal card here, also nice. I don't have to keep saying they're nice, you know they're nice. Let's move the ink out of the way. Next large one is that one, that tag. Lovely. Another tag, another tag, a little tag. That strap that I think would be really nice actually. A tiny little tag, a teeny tiny little tag. And we got these as well, didn't we? I mean, these are really nice if you put a loop in the top of your big tags and then just tie that in with it, and it just hangs off it. It just adds something really nice. Tag, tag. I can't believe we've got all these. Here's me saying you don't get very much. That one, yeah, that needs fettling. There we go. So that's it. That's from our masterboard, which was created exclusively from scraps. Amazing, isn't it? So all apart from that one, they're finished. I mean, they need inking and stitching, but I won't bore you with all that. I'll show you the next time how they turned out. I'm just trying to put them in some sort of size order. I'm really pleased we got some nice little ones, so they're handy. And that one needs to be worked on. Right, so no, I'm not going to put those in the box because I haven't inked and sewn around them, so they're not officially finished. So they're not going in the officially finished box. So that leaves me. Well, this needs to be sorted. Now with this die set, you get the ones that make the holes, I seem to remember, which is these ones. So that makes like that. And then you get ones that is it that size? No, it's not that size. Is it that size? No, not that size either. But I might have to cut it at that if I can't find the die that it actually was. Yeah, I'm going to use this and a piece of cream card if I have some such thing. This will do. And run that through and then see what we can get. I can get that through on my little Timmy, I think. Pleats, here they are. Need to just cut that down a bit. It's just a touch too wide for tiny, tiny Timmy. Let's have a look. I think we're all right there. I think so. Oops. Oh well. Let's give it a go. So Mr. F is in sick bay. He's done his back in, good and proper. So he's no use. He's lollygagging around. I don't mean that. He's just not fit. He's poorly. So, yeah. Can you see that? that just fits behind there, and it gives us a border of that cream card, which looks quite nice. Quite like that. But I'm going to ink this, and then I'll ink it, but I think I want to stitch it before I'll stick it down. But you'll be able to see what it looks like anyway. I'm not stitching on this one, my machine's away on the other table. I'll ink around this as well. I was lucky to have that was the right one. I think they're from different sets, to be honest with you, but seem to work okay. There we are. So that'll just go down onto there like that, and we've got this sort of layered tag effect. Well, that's exactly what we've got, layered tag effect going on. So I'll sew around this bit, the front bit, and then stick it down, and I think that'll look really nice. So we'll add that to the pile of needing finished off. Now the only thing I've got to do now is to use my smaller dies and see what I can get out of that. But you've seen me do that before. You know, it's just, I'm just going to use Tiny Timmy, and whichever one of these dies I can get to fit on these, and what's left, well, I might hang on to what's left in case at some stage in the future I find my chapter 3 dies, which have got to be somewhere. They've absolutely got to be. I've put them somewhere safe. I don't know where that is. I've got no idea. But they might come in for that. What I really want to do is take the next signature out of here. So I'm just going to look and see if I can see, which I can't, my quick unpick, which has been knocking around on the desk for ages, until I actually need it, of course, then it's not here. Wouldn't you just know that? Let me have a little search for it. I'll be right back. Well, it's one of those things, isn't it? I'm going to blame Catkin. He's not here, so I can. And what I want to do is find the centre of the next signature. So you look through and you look through until you find the threads that you can, like here, you can see them, they're visible on there. It's sometimes hard to see, but you can see them there and there. And those you want to cut. You want to, if you've got a quick unpick, that's the perfect tool. If not, you have to devise some other method. So I'm going to use my scalpel. Try not to gouge into the paper if you can help it. And that is easier said than done, to be honest. So just cut these, and then we should be able to remove the pages fairly simply. On the live on Sundays, people were asking about shades of brown distress ink, and it's interesting. Somebody asked where frayed burlap came on the spectrum, where there was another one. Gathered twigs, that's right. And actually, I couldn't give a straight answer because I'm not exactly sure. So I think I will just get all my brown inks out that I've got. I'm not sure I've got all of them, and just put them onto some white paper, and we'll see what they look like. So how many pages have I got here? I've got that. Isn't that gorgeous? It's just gorgeous. Oh, and it's got that on the other side. And my least favourite page, the one with the snakes in it. So I can tell you right now, that is not going to figure in my ephemera. This page is, whatever it is, it's figuring because the snakes aren't. Oh, but isn't that lovely? That's so delicate. So I've got another one, hopefully. Yeah, this one. That's lovely. I tend to always use that in my journals. I really love it. And that's pretty as well. Oh, and this is another one of my favourites for using in journals because it just slices so well. Beautiful. That's a beautiful page. And We should have one more, I think. This one. This one's kind of stuck in. And that's it there. Look at the text on that. Beautiful. Beautiful pages. Beautiful. That just says pocket, doesn't it? Lovely. So that's the next signature that we'll be playing with. Let's see how many pages there are. 4, I think. 1, 2, 3, 4. So yeah, let's see how far we can get with those 4 pages. I'm really thinking I'm needing to get some pockets. I've got tags and journaling cards and all sorts of things, but I'm not very flush for pockets. So I might make this signature, the emphasis might well be on pockets, just to sort of even things up a bit. So guys, that's all I have for you today. I think we did quite well there. Got loads of stuff, and I'll ink it and sew it and use the little scrappy piece to get... Oh, I've dropped my little ones off. These I'm going to ink, but I'm quite definitely not going to sew around these. They're just too tiny. But the rest I will have ready for you the next time I see you. So I hope you enjoyed that. I hope you have a go at making a masterboard with your remnants. It's just such a lovely thing to do, and the result is so nice. So I shall see you very soon. Take care. Bye.